What's going on, guys?
Howdy.
Welcome back to Car Talks. Now with Wagonman and Big Willy.
How's it going, everyone?
So, we're going to start trying to do these together, I think. I'll still do the lives by myself and some other stuff, like on the weekends. But as far as Car Talks goes, we're going to try to do this together. And since this is Big Willy's first one, I let him choose the topic. And he chose new beginnings, which I seem to be fitting as we're just now coming back to Car Talks again.
Very true.
So, since it was your topic, sir, why did you choose new beginnings?
Everybody has new beginnings in their life. You know, like from the time that they're little, growing through school, through their 20s, 30s, 40s, I don't care how old you are, you always have a new beginning. You know, and a lot of people think that years will go by and, you know, you're stuck in a rut and you don't know what the hell's going on and, like, what's the point? And, you know, nothing's going to change. Well, a lot of times what that is the universe giving you time to heal. Because you need to heal before you can move on to your next chapter.
That's right. Another thing is a lot of people are afraid to start over in their lives because they're afraid of the actual act of change. A lot of people are afraid to change what they're comfortable with, whether it's healthy or not. It's what they're used to, and change scares the shit out of them. So, new beginnings can be intimidating.
Absolutely. Fear is what holds pretty much everybody back from anything that they want to do. If you think about it, you know, I want to be a rocket scientist. Oh, I can't do that. Jesus, I wouldn't even know the first thing. Well, you already failed before the battle even began.
That's right. You didn't give yourself a chance.
It's the fear that holds everybody back. And if you try and you fail, congratulations, because 99% of the people out there don't even try.
That's right. You can't succeed at something if you never first start.
I can't tell you how many times I've tried things and I failed. But you know what? That's not the end of it. Failing isn't the end of the world. That's actually another new beginning that you begin to go through, as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other.
That's right. And when you fail at something, don't just be like, fuck man, I failed, I give up. Instead, look at why you failed and learn from those mistakes, and try next time you want to try something. Take those lessons you learned. Uh-oh, it's yelling at me. I gotta put my seatbelt on.
My truck always yells at people who don't put their seatbelts on. Always wear your safety belts.
Which, as you guys can tell, we're not in Roxy today.
No, we're in the truck today. We're in the loud, big old Silverado.
Big Willy works with me now, so we carpool now, and thus the birth of co-hosting Car Talks, because we're always in the car together.
I like that now.
So here we are. So sometimes we'll do it in the truck, sometimes we'll do it in Roxy. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. You can't give up on shit in life. Every new beginning comes with a certain uncertainty, comes with a certain set of fears, a certain set of lessons to be learned.
You know, being afraid isn't not being courageous. That has nothing to do with it.
No.
It's pushing through the fear and doing the things that make you afraid. And even if you fail, it doesn't matter, because you keep moving forward. That doesn't mean you may hit a point to where you try something 3, 4, 5 times and keep failing and say, you know what? I think I see another way. I think I see another path. Maybe this part of it isn't what I should do. Maybe it's this. And you needed to take those 5 or 6 steps in order to get to that next level. And you would have never known that if you never would have taken the first step.
That's right. Always learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are just lessons in life. When you repeat them is when the chaos continues.
That's it. And that's the definition of insanity.
That's right.
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Exactly. But if you accept the fact that sometimes life comes with failures, maybe it's a job, maybe you don't like your job, or maybe it's a relationship and it's not working, why stay in that?
Doesn't mean that you're a failure.
No. just means that that wasn't a good fit, or that relationship wasn't healthy, or whatever.
One of the key things throughout that whole process is don't care about what other people think.
No.
You know, Uncle Joe out in Montana isn't paying your rent. Uncle Joe in Montana isn't the one that's going to get you your next car payment or whatever else. That's you.
That's right.
You know? And what do you care what Uncle Joe or Pete or Aunt Susie or whoever, you know, in your life is always critical. It's pushing that stuff off to the side, you know? It's you. It's always been you.
That's right. You are responsible for yourself, not your girlfriend, not your wife, not your kids. You create the person that you want to be.
And you dictate every single day of your life, whether it be positive or negative. That choice is yours.
And that's not to say that there aren't some circumstances that life has given you that you can't control.
Absolutely.
Maybe you have a disability. Maybe you're like me and you're bipolar, or maybe any of that. But how you handle that, you can control.
I can't tell you how many times in my life alone where, you know, I thought I had it all figured out, everything was going great, you know, it's perfect, and, you know, it's going to be this way, and it's going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, and then the next thing you know, before B even comes along, the universe drops a nuke on you. You know?
You got to roll with the punches.
And keep putting one foot in front of the other.
That's right.
That's the key.
That's right. Like that little short I made the other day with bumping uglies one foot in front of the other. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new step. As long as that step is forward and not backwards, eventually you'll get to where you want to be.
That's progress.
And
it might not seem like it, it's progress.
Don't put too hard of expectations on yourself as to what that end is going to be. That end may be something different than you thought. But you won't get there if you don't try.
And again, to reiterate, most people don't even take that first step. They don't even try. So you're never going to move if you don't try.
That's right. You can't give up in life. No matter how hard it seems. No matter how hard that addiction got you, or no matter how hard that depression got you, or that self-doubt, or how hard the other half of your relationship puts you down and tells you you're not good enough or whatever. You are.
The opinions of others doesn't matter.
No.
As long as you know in your heart what you want to go for, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Who cares about what anybody else thinks? To hell with them.
That's right.
Because they're not the ones that are dictating your life. It's you.
How many times have I said at the end of the day, whenever it's your last minute, who's accountable for you? Everybody in the room with you? No. You. Your last minutes on this earth.
Yep.
When you look back, you have to be good with who you were as a person. Fuck everybody else.
Because everybody else, whenever the chips are down, they're not the ones that are going to be there.
No. No.
You have, don't get me wrong, there's people in your life that do care, you know, but like Ronnie said before, it's you that dictates it. It's you that pushes through every single day.
That's right. So, when circumstances arise in life, it's how you deal with them, not what the circumstance is. It can be anything. It could be good, it could be bad.
And believe me, there's going to be bad. There's always going to be bad. But it's how you deal with the bad that makes all the difference.
And I will say, and I have said in previous videos, if something in life seems too good to be true, it's probably not true.
That's right.
Nothing is easy in life. And if it seems like it's too easy, then it's going to fall apart. Everything has to work on. If both of us are married, he's been married a lot longer than me, but we're both married. If that relationship was easy all the time, I wouldn't trust it.
That's right. We've been through a lot, my wife and I.
And so have Dee and I.
Every single time we've come out stronger because of it.
That's right.
The bond between us gets stronger because of it. You know, there's a lot of times that either her or I could have said, you know, the hell with it. You know, this is too hard, I'm going to give up. But no, we didn't.
There was times in the beginning with Dee and I that we almost gave up.
Yep.
But we didn't. Just like everything else in life.
And the new beginning is not something to be afraid of. It's actually something to embrace. There's one of two ways you can look at it. Like, oh man, this is going to be so hard and I don't want to do this. Or you could say, you know what, this is going to be a new adventure. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be what I want it to be.
Exactly.
the choice, again, it's completely up to you.
I'm sick of the negativity in my life. I'm sick of these drugs. I'm sick of being depressed all the time. I'm sick of saying that I'm not good enough. Well, that's going to always be that way unless you make that change.
That's right.
You have to start somewhere. And like I've said in the past, baby steps. If you try to take on too much at once, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because you won't feel like you're getting there fast enough, and then you'll just give up.
Yep. And a lot of people don't give themselves enough credit just for the simplest things in life. Like you woke up this morning and you took a shower. Congratulations. You know how many people don't actually take a shower every day when they wake up?
Yeah.
That's something to pat yourself on the back for. You
Everything.
made your bed. Hey, congratulations. You know how many people don't make their bed every day? You know? It's the
You
little
got
things.
out of bed today.
You got out of bed today. Exactly.
That's really hard for me sometimes with my depression and shit, and my anxiety and
Absolutely.
my bipolar. I've been very open with you guys about that throughout this entire process of this channel of mine. It's hard sometimes, but even just putting those feet on the ground is the first step of each day.
And keep moving them, even no matter how slow or fast it is, as long as they keep moving forward.
That's right. And if you fall and you go backwards a little bit, that's not the end of the world.
Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you just keep moving on.
That's right. Every new beginning has an end.
One door closes, another opens.
And a lot of times those ends weren't pleasant. So why live in them?
But the main thing to remember too is you're not alone. I
No.
mean, everybody goes through that. They're you know, no matter how bad you think you have it, somebody else out there's got it worse.
That's right.
I guarantee you.
Yep. So, what you do with those failures and what you do with those dreams will decide whether or not anything happens in your life or if you're stuck in the same rut.
Again, a lot of times it may take weeks, months, hell, even years
Yep.
before you actually know what the plot of your story really is. But along the way, you have to take those steps, because if you don't, you'll never realize where you needed to be. You know, it's those little things to where in trying and just doing that most people don't even take that step. They don't even make that first initiative to where they're going to say, okay, I'm going to do this. As afraid as I am, or as fearful I am of this, I'm going to do it. A lot of people don't even take that step, and they can never move forward because they don't take that step.
And I'm not alone in the things I say on this channel. A lot of you guys, there's not many followers yet. Hopefully it'll grow, and if it doesn't, then I'm glad you guys are here with us to grow with us. But a lot of you guys have the same struggles that I had. Some of the struggles I still have. We're all there. It's how we deal with it. And the point of this channel is for us to work through shit together. This isn't just for entertainment. This started from me feeling like I was supposed to help people. And I never had an avenue to do it. And I found this to be
Now
the
you
avenue. Not only does it help you guys, it helps me. I don't know how many times I've said that. Being able to just come on here and get shit off of our chests, you're going to learn, Eric, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to just get it off your chest. You forget about the camera being there, and you process shit, and you work through it.
Absolutely.
A lot of times when you think things, it's not the same as effect as when you say things out loud. When you hear yourself saying something, you realize what it is you're saying easier than when you just have a bunch of ramble thoughts in your head running through your mind all the time. You can't put the pieces together. But when it's said or spoken, or like I've said in the past, write shit down. Write down where you are today and keep notes, and then look back in a year and see where you were and see where you are now. And even though it seems like it's frustrating and you're not getting anywhere, you'll see it. It'll be right there on the paper. Or for me, right here in these videos.
Yep.
Baby steps, but make steps.
And another thing to remember too is a lot of people, if you share what you want to do with a bunch of people, there's two types of people: the kind that are going to encourage you, and the kind that are going to seem like they want to encourage you, but actually want to see you fail.
They call those trolls here
Yeah,
in the
of
internet
course.
world.
Now, one
Misery
thing a
loves
wise
company.
man once taught me a long time ago is don't tell anybody what you're going to do. You just show them.
That's right.
You just show them, you know? And then let them see the results.
My father always told me actions speak louder than words.
That's 100%
He used
correct.
to tell me I talk too fucking much. I want to see it, not talk.
Yep. And a lot of people will say a lot of things, but their actions don't back up the words that are coming out of their mouth.
No.
So, and again, like there's people, if you go out and you say, you know, hey, I'm going to try this new adventure, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, they're either going to come right out and tell you, oh, you can't do that. No, you know, that's because either one, they want to see you fail, or two, they actually do care about you and they're afraid that you're going to fail and they don't want to see you fail. But either way, it's going to hold you back.
Yep.
And
But
again, that goes back to it's all up to you.
at the
Don't tell
same
them, you show
time, though, if it's somebody like, if Eric came to me and I had some idea and he said, you know, I don't know about that, it would make me consider it, but it wouldn't make me give up on it. Like, I'd think through it. So if you have people in your life that you trust, that you know have good intentions, and they're saying something to you, then that might be something to at least consider.
Take into account.
You can come to me with anything. If you think I'm doing something wrong, come to me and tell me about it, and I'll process it, and I'll make my decisions as to whether or not you're right or I'm right.
Absolutely.
Because in the end, it's my decision. In the end, it's your decision.
And that friend or family member has to respect that decision that you make. And if they don't, well, then you know exactly where they stand.
Exactly. Maybe they weren't as close to you as you thought they were.
Bingo.
Maybe they weren't as real as you thought it was.
Bingo.
So, you got to start somewhere, guys.
It's starting that matters.
That's right.
Taking that first step.
That's right.
Even if it's just a thought. Keep thinking about it. Don't bury it.
Don't dwell on it either.
True.
You can't let it consume you.
And again, don't care about what anybody else thinks, because you know who the haters are in your life. Everybody does.
That's right.
You know?
And if you don't right away, they will show themselves.
Oh yeah, because you have the fakers out there, that's for sure.
I've said it before. You will see through people's actions more than their words.
Yep.
Somebody can say all kinds of great things about you. Sometimes talking isn't always the right answer. You don't have to be the one to always be talking. If you sit back and listen, I'm a quiet person. I study the room. And you can tell by people's language, the way they carry themselves, their body language. You can tell if what's coming out of their mouth is bullshit or if it's genuine.
Yep.
Silence is golden.
It's
You learn
also
a lot
power.
from that.
A lot of times, some people don't even deserve a response from you. If somebody comes at you with, you know, a lot of negativity and everything else, they're trying to, you know, push your buttons and pull your triggers and everything else, you know, you don't need to respond sometimes, because sometimes no response is a very powerful response.
Yeah. Think about back in high school with the bullies. When you didn't give them the satisfaction of showing fear or whatever, what did they do? They moved on to the next person. Same thing in life as adults. If somebody keeps telling you whatever, or like, if you stop using, all those people that you used with aren't going to believe that you're not using anymore. And they're going to drag you down, and eventually it could lead to you failing.
Yep.
You can't listen to what they say. People that don't understand depression and bipolar and all that shit, they'll quit being sad all the time. Quit being negative all the time. Because they're not there. They're not in our shoes, and it's hard to understand what somebody else is going through when you haven't lived through it yourself.
Exactly.
It's hard to watch something that you don't know.
And people will judge you because they don't understand it. They think that their life is the way that it always should be. Their life is the way that, you know, why is he acting like that? Why can't he just do this? Well, he's never walked in your shoes, so how the hell is that person ever going to know? They're not.
It's like watching a movie in a foreign language without subtitles. You can't tell what the hell's going on unless you know that language.
So how you ever going to make a judgment?
Yeah. So being understanding of yourself and understanding of those around you, and being able to get to a point where you can understand what's positive and what's negative in your life, and not be afraid to stray from the negative, helps with your growth too.
Absolutely.
It's all one big package.
And again, sometimes the plot line to your story takes a very long time to play out, so you can't give up.
No. And like I said, not everything in life turns out the way you thought it was supposed to be, but that doesn't mean that that life that became you isn't happiness.
That's right.
You may have wanted to be something all your life, and now you're something else, but that something else is okay, because you're okay in those shoes.
Another key thing to remember about happiness, it's very important, is that happiness does not come to you. Like, if you say, well, you know what, if I go out and I'm going to save my money and I'm going to buy this car and that's going to make me happy. No, happiness doesn't come to you. It comes from you. It comes from here.
That's right.
You're never going to be happy unless you choose to be happy.
It can't be bought.
That's right.
Money is an evil necessity of this world, but it does not buy happiness.
And it also has never bought a second of time.
Nope. Cannot return time to you that you've lost. And if you keep looking backwards and you keep not trying, you're just going to continue to lose time moving forward.
There's a reason why the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield.
That's right. Because you should always be looking forward and not dwelling on the past, because it'll eat you alive. You've heard me talk about it. It ate me alive for almost 20 years. Positivity breeds positivity. Steps forward produces results. Steps backward, looking backwards, holds you still.
Or holds you back.
Or holds you back. So, yeah, I think that's probably good for our first one. I think, what do you think? Start out doing every Monday or Tuesday, or do one a week for now and see how that goes?
Absolutely.
All right, the topics won't always necessarily be heavy. They won't always be...
We'll throw in some lighthearted stuff.
Lighthearted stuff. It could be about depression. It could be about old stories we had. It could be, about aliens. You never know. We're going to try to mix it up more, and I'm going to try to make it not so heavy-hearted all the time, without not helping you guys, because the whole point of this channel is to help you guys. So we have to address the hard topics. But I think him and I have known each other since high school.
Long time.
We know each other in and out. He's been there in my highs and in my lows, and I've been there with his.
Yep.
And there's a lot of history and a lot of stories and a lot of things that we both feel, and a lot of things that we may not understand or even knew about each other, because I moved around a lot. Yep. I was gone for years. I'd live in different states, like I told you guys. He was always right here.
Yeah, sometimes. I went away for a little bit.
Yeah. But like even the other day when we were talking. When we were talking the other day, there was shit about me that he didn't know.
True, yeah.
So, each topic will be different. Like I said, we'll still do some lives. I'll still do some other things. But as far as car talks go, I think it's going to be me and you now.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
I like it.
So, with that said, we'll get another one out to you Monday or Tuesday next week. And thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
Stay safe.
Peace.